Salutations everyone, welcome to What Mattered, where I tell you everything that mattered this week. The Sega Genesis turned 25 this week, and yet we still have no Acme All-Stars sequel. I mean, at least the Sonic Spinball sequel? I mean, come on, you've done worse things to Sonic. Just... The Call of Duty Advanced Warfare multiplayer reveal happened this week. A lot of footage, a lot of gameplay stuff out there on the internet, a lot of information, a lot of things to digest, and as a Call of Duty aficionado for the past 7 Call of Duties that I've played, the last 7, this does not excite me whatsoever. I mean, it's the same shtick every year that we see from these trailers and people getting hyped, and I know, people like it when people get excited and are positive thinking about things even when they have no reason to. I'm more realistic, and I think this looks terrible. And I mean, before, with when Ghost was coming out and I said people were drinking the Kool-Aid, they're not even drinking the Kool-Aid anymore. They're drinking this shit straight from concentrate. There's just no substance to this multiplayer trailer and all the other gameplay that we've seen. It looks terrible. It looks like they asked an 8-year-old what he wanted from Call of Duty.
Could we have laser guns and exoskeletons and mech suits and lasers flying from the sky and tidal waves that kill you and jetpack?
I mean, it looks bad, and I know a lot of people have their hopes up because it's a new developer, Sledgehammer, in the 3-year now rotation of Call of Duty, even though they made the Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer, which not a lot of people want to remember. But there's really no reason to be hopeful for this game. It just looks like the same crap that we get thrown at year after year. There are some changes in the movements with the double jumping, jetpacks, stuff. It's all fluffy filler things that don't really matter. They don't need to reinvent the wheel with Call of Duty. We know it works. Adding new things is always great. I mean, they have a Griffball ripoff thing. They're bringing back CTF and Hardpoint, which is fine. And they're actually bringing back War under the name Momentum, which was a very pleasant surprise. But there's no reason to get excited for this game. If you are excited, or if you liked Ghost, I mean, your bar is set really low, my friend. But if you think that you might enjoy this, I hope you do. I don't want to take that away from anybody, but as a Call of Duty fan, or previously a Call of Duty fan, this just looks like crap. It looks terrible. It doesn't look balanced. It doesn't look fun. It doesn't look fresh. It doesn't look new, and it's just not going to be good. It has none of my attention right now, and I don't think I'm going to be getting it because it just looks like crap. Hopefully next year Treyarch can save this franchise, because right now it looks about as dead in the water as it could get. But some other things announced in the vein of Call of Duty. There's a Call of Duty Xbox One that's going to be shipping out bundle. They've announced 3 Xbox One bundles. A white one, which previously only Microsoft developers and people could get. And that's coming with Sunset Overdrive. There's a Call of Duty themed one which has a terabyte hard drive, which is the first home console to ever offer a terabyte of hard drive space, which I think is really cool. I think it's probably what it should have shipped with in the first place, and obviously also comes with a game, and that'll be retailing at $500. And the Sunset Overdrive one, which just has the regular 500 gigabyte hard drive, and there's a third one that I can't think of right now, but that's 500 gigs also. So, I mean, if that looks like something that you were looking forward to out of any of those games, this might be, the right console for you if you want that extra hard drive space, which, I mean, why would you turn that down? I mean, even though it is, a little extra money, it's kind of worth it in the long haul. If I didn't have one already and I was looking forward to the new Call of Duty, I would probably go with this route. I mean, even though the cosmetics aren't that great, but that's, just really up to the particular user. So, there's this GTA Online mod on the PS3 that just hit headlines almost a week ago, And I'm really surprised that this hasn't blown up into hot coffee proportions, because this mod allows people who install this mod, I mean, it's not really easy to do. It's kind of like the hot coffee mod. Someone had to, repurpose scripts, take them out of context, put them into multiplayer with other cheats enabled, and basically allows them to simulate raping another player, rendering the non-offending player absolutely helpless, can't move. The offender is absolutely invulnerable and is using, a motion taken out of another cutscene in the game. Obviously not intended whatsoever. But I'm really surprised, like, the mainstream media hasn't just, ran away with this, saying like, oh, we let you rape people online, and I really, really expect that, and maybe I'm speaking too soon that might, still happen in the future, because sometimes these things take a little while to catch fire on the lame brain media. But if it doesn't, I mean, good on them, because I've seen this on a couple of places, also popping up in social media, like the Huffington Post and a couple of other sites, really not giving the full story, misleading people and just having a catchy headline that video game allows you to rape other people. I'm really surprised that it hasn't caught on yet, but just in case it does in the future, just so you know in advance, this might be popping up. It might not be a big deal of hot coffee proportions, but it definitely has the makings to be. Just know it's very, very isolated incidents on the PS3 only, and of course, very hard to do. And people have been able to cheat and hack in the past, and they can do this in any game. You can make this type of interaction happen in any game whatsoever if you wanted, if you know how to repurpose script and mod stuff, which isn't that difficult. But all you need is one person to do it, and then they can just distribute out to as many people as they want. And so far this hasn't gotten big, but it might. And finally, it has been revealed that Meta Knight is making his return for Super Smash Bros. On the Wii U and the 3DS. He's my boy, greatest video game character in history. People said he was overpowered and he was banned from competition and Brawl because he could deal out a lot of damage, which, I mean, admittedly he could, but they've never banned anyone else for being so strong. I mean, Fox is still the best character in every single Smash Bros. Ever and wins all the tournaments. But I digress. Meta Knight's come back. He's obviously going to be repurposed, rebalanced, I assume, especially since they want Brawl to just fade away, since Melee is still like the competitive Smash Bros. Game. So I mean, hopefully this new one won't have any balancing issues and randomness thrown in there, that it will be taking the seat over for Melee when it comes to competitive Smash Bros. Gameplay. But my boy Meta Knight's back. All we need now is Jigglypuff. Come on, it's been there since the beginning. At Gamescom, it was announced that the new Tomb Raider game, the sequel to the follow-up reboot that came out last year, is going to be an Xbox One exclusive. And then a day later, it was revealed, not really. It's a timed exclusive, no word for how long. Maybe it's just a couple of months. But they want this to be a driving point for, consumers who may be on the fence about an Xbox One or haven't gotten a next-gen console, or current-gen, I should say now, console yet. And maybe this might push them over the fence if they're a big Tomb Raider fan. But it's not an exclusive title, which is fine, really. I don't care if more people get to play things. That's just, good for them. I'm not really selfish like that. But I mean, it's nice to see that Xbox One is getting some exclusivity, even if it's only for a certain period of time, since, PS4 seems to be grabbing all the exclusivity stuff, as far as, content that is available to everyone, like, the Destiny stuff and Assassin's Creed stuff. So, I mean, good on Microsoft for, getting one property, which was, historically a Sony property. I mean, the franchise debuted on the PlayStation, and they had the games on the PlayStation 2, and then it kind of faded away. Then the reboot was highly successful and has been relaunched in HD on the current gen consoles as well. So, I mean, hopefully it's good. It's not an exclusive, but, it's not really a bad thing unless you're, of course, a Microsoft shareholder. People pirate games. That's not a headline anywhere. But the cool people over at Movoto did a state-by-state study on what states pirated games and what was the most popular state by state. And it was a very, very interesting rundown. Here, I'll blow it up for you. So it should be no surprise, Watch Dogs is the most pirated amongst most of the states, including highly populated ones. Oddly enough, not Illinois, where the game takes place in Chicago, where Age of Mythology is the most pirated game, but in the neighboring states it is the most popular. Some Sims 3, Sims 3 Island Paradise expansion, a couple of Gary's mods, a couple of FIFAs. Here, there's some interesting ones. Rhode Island, the forest, because, Rhode Island always has to be weird. And fucking Delaware, Goat Simulator. Alright, not many poet laureates coming out of Delaware. Xenonauts in Tennessee, and then Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 3 in Oklahoma, which is weird. Nevada, where there's nothing to do, people are pirating Rise of Nations. And with Sims 3, Sims 3 Island Paradise, and Sims 3 Late Night being pirated amongst many states, Alabama is pirating The Sims 2, further proving that stereotypes are true and funny, and Alabama is fucking stupid. So we all remember when Twitch played Pokemon, and then they did Gold, and they've gone through all of the generations. They just finished X and Y a week and a half ago. And, it was a huge success. It was very, very popular. It was a social experiment, about tens of thousands of people playing a game at the same time and actually beating it. And now we have a fish playing Pokemon. And it's gotten over 4 million views, up to like 23,000 people watching. Maybe it's been higher. When I watched, it was only at like 1,500, but still. They're watching a fish swimming in a bowl. Most of the time it's asleep, and the Twitch is just filled with, the fish is dead, the fish is dead, fish hype, praise Grayson the fish, because that's his name. He did pick a Charmander and named it, and it's up to level 13 now. He beat Gary's Squirtle, and now he's just roaming around fighting off Pidgeys, but most of the time the fish is just sleeping. So it makes me think, what other weird fucking ways can we get randomness to play Pokemon for us? Put a chicken in a den and just see where it shits, and where it shits, that's the button input. It might take like 30 years for this to actually finish, and you would have to keep that chicken in the enclosure the whole time, but people would watch it. Set up a camera at a lake, and as little duckies are swimming by, they go through a grid, and every time they swim near an area, they hit that button input. But what viewers can do is they can go to the park and throw bread in a certain area so that they can get the ducks to do certain things that they want them to do. People would watch that, right? Or what they could do is have one of those like lottery ball things and just have them shoot them out balls that have like A and B and start up, down, left, right, and just keep them like shooting out until like the game's beat. So we know that Aquaman is going to be in Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice. What we know now is that Jason Momoa, the guy who played Conan a year ago and Khal Drogo on Game of Thrones, is going to be Aquaman, which was a stupid choice, by the way. But we also know now that there is going to be an Aquaman movie sometime within the next 6 years. People are speculating within the next 3, probably like after like the, around the time the Wonder Woman movie is supposed to come out, if it does. And there's actually a competition of the script. They have 2 different people writing 2 different scripts, and they're going to pick the best one. The first one is a guy who wrote the script for Gangster Squad, which was okay movie. It wasn't that great. The second one is a guy who worked with Zack Snyder on the 2 300 movies. So, that's an interesting idea, but Aquaman is a great character. If you don't know why, and if you don't know anything about Aquaman, and you just think the stupid lame jokes from Super Friends are the only, knowledge of Aquaman that should be known, watch this video right here. It'll give you all the knowledge you need to know about Aquaman, why he's super special awesome, and why he's a great character, because he's got his own look. He's got his own powers. He's got his own storyline. He stood the test of time. He is much less obscure than almost all of the characters on the Avengers, and they went well. People think that he's such a loser, obscure superhero. He's not. He's been there a long time. He's got a lot of great storylines. He's a good character. He's very powerful. I think there are definitely limitations on what you can do with the movies, since, you know, a lot of it would have to take place underwater, and shooting underwater is very, very technical and very, very expensive. You might want to wait until James Cameron does that shit in Avatar 4, or whenever he's going to do an underwater movie, and just steal his technology. But you don't need a gritty, dark, buff-looking guy who's known for other roles to give attention to Aquaman, because he's a great character. You don't need any of this fancy filler stuff. You don't need to reinvent a character that's already great. You didn't need to reinvent Iron Man or Thor or Hulk. You made all that stuff work. You didn't need to reinvent Batman or Superman. It worked on the silver screen, and it's going to continue to work. You don't need to reinvent the wheel when the wheel works and has been for years, and it looks great doing it. That's all I'm going to say. Hopefully they can pull out something good. I think it was a terrible casting choice, personally, because they didn't choose an actor known for his acting. They chose an actor known for his looks and his action sequences. And also, he looks nothing like Aquaman, which I know some people will have their own stupid opinions about. But stick to the source material on all fronts as much as you can, and you will get as much success as the source material as you possibly can. Anyways, thank you all for watching. This has been What Mattered for this week. If you would like to know what matters in the future, you can hit the subscribe button. I also make other videos. You can watch those, I guess. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.